Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we are talking Hippo Happiness in the next of our animal series. So all this month I've been talking about animals and animal dies, animal stamp sets, animal punches. We've done whales, we've done zebras, and we've done hippos now. We're going to do hippos now, and yeah, what else have we done? We've done something else. I can't remember now. We've done so many animals. But that's lovely because it means there's something for everybody. So today is the turn of Hippo Happiness. Now, if you caught my Facebook Live, you will have seen me make this card with my lovely friend Alison when we did our unboxing of the new Stampin Up Cut and Emboss Machine, or as I now call it, the Duchess. So so we made this card and we showed off this, and I did actually stamp a hippo, but because I didn't have my glasses on, he came out a little bit crooked. He's got a little bit of a white border around him. So I thought I'd do him again today, and we will do some, make another card with the hippo and a few extra bits and pieces. So first of all, on the day that I did my unboxing, I did make this piece of embossed cardstock, and I have got a card base of Highland Heather, so I thought I would still use those because I like that, but I just wanted to show you a few more other things that you get. So you get the Hippo Happiness and the Hippo and Friends dies, and it is really Hippo and Friends because you've got a sheep, you've got a hippo, you've got a unicorn, and you've got a butterfly, plus we've got a balloon and a flower, and some really cute sayings in here too. So I wanted to use a few more of the things in the Hippo and Friends dies because at first glance you might think, oh, well, it's just going to be the dies that cut out the hippos. How wrong you could be. Look at all these amazing layering dies that are in here. I've got two more here, which are sitting in one of my other packets that I've got over here. Oh, get your packets out. There we go. So I've got those two dies sitting over there. And then, so that's like, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 layering dies of that shape. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 layering dies of this shape, and these are nice because they're not exactly the same. So you get this bit in here which is fluted, and that's fluted, but this one's straight and different on the edges, so you get those 3, and then you get these 3 as well. These things, if you were wondering what these little things are, these are for putting ribbon into your dies. So if you had your die like this, for example, then you can, once you've die cut that piece out, you can layer these, or even you can put them through at the same time if you wanted to. So you can put these here and you can work out where your ribbons are going to go. So you can do your ribbons that way, you can do your ribbons that way, you could even do your ribbons corner to corner if you wanted. So these are really cute things. So what I wanted to do was, we're going to stamp a hippo again. This is the one I did before. So I took grey granite and I took basic, no, I didn't take grey granite, I took smoky slate. So let's get smoky slate out because it's a bit lighter. So I took smoky slate and basic grey. When you first put them down it looks really dark, but don't panic, they lighten up nicely. I'm going to do this one this way because I need a bigger space for some of the for the die. Okay, for the other die. So now I've got my glasses, I can see. It was a bit like the blind leading the blind the other day. Never mind, it was fun. If you haven't seen it yet, go and grab it. I think that's right. Go and grab it on Facebook. Oh no, that's worse than before. Heavens. So let's try that again. Try that there. Okay. Now we're going to do this. I'm going to try not to shout at you because I'm up here next to the microphone. Where's my ears? Ears, legs. That's a bit better. There we go. Okay, and then what I did was I used my black Memento. Yeah, that's better. To put in the eyes and the nose. So we're going to go with his nostrils. Now I think that this would be, there we go, look, he's perfect. I think this set is a perfect set if you're using the Stamparatus, because you can line one of them up and then you're just good to go for the rest of them. So I think that's a really good idea to use the Stamparatus with these. Okay, then I want a balloon. I'm going to do the balloon in Flirty Flamingo. Ooh, or do we want it in Highland Heather? I think we might need it in Highland Heather. So Highland Heather for the balloon. And then I've grabbed a bit of Bermuda Bay. Let's do a couple of balloons actually, because we might want more than one. Should we have 3? Let's have 3. Need 3. 3's a good number. I've grabbed a piece of Bermuda Bay and we're going to use that for the strings that go with the balloons. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to chop out one of these die shapes here, like so. And then, where's my hippo gone? There he is. Lost my hippo then for a moment. Now I want to make sure that he's lined up this time. Ears, tail. There we go. Make sure he's lined up. Okay. Can't wait for them to bring the magnetic plate out to go with the new Duchess. That's just my name for it. It's not actually called a Duchess. Okay, so here we can just see just a little bit there of where the balloon's tie bit is. So you can just make sure it's in the right place for the balloon. There we go. Yeah, when they bring out when you can, as customers, you can buy them, which will be the 1st of September, so not long. They are bringing out, it's definitely lighter than the Big Shot. They're going to bring out a magnetic sheet, and it's not like the old magnetic sheets from the old style machines that had little tiny magnets in rows. This one's going to be a complete magnetic sheet. The whole thing's going to be magnetised, so that will mean no jumping of small elements. So here we go through the machine. Oh, look, it does a little bit of, it always does a little bit of bouncing when it cuts, but I'm trying to keep it as non-bouncy as possible. There we go. Bring it back round so it's not glaring. And there we go, all cut through beautifully. Look at this, I love this piece. Whoop. See, it's all stitched all the way around. Gorgeous. And it's all stitched this way around. I must do some more aperture cards. Always makes me think of apertures. Oh look, see, perfect cutting, beautiful. And then we'll have a little balloon. How's that come out? Gorgeous. And then we'll just do the other 2 balloons very quickly. So see how nice they cut, this cuts out. It's just lovely. Really beautiful. So I think we need 3 balloons. We always need 3 balloons, I'd say. Just make sure it's lined up. There we go. Oh, my washi tape seems to have disintegrated a little bit, but never mind. It'll work. Slide it through. Cut once. No need to run it backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. There we go. Straight out. And there's the other one. I'll do some detailed die cutting in another presentation video that I'm going to do at some point. But I just thought I would try with these ones to start off with, just to get us going. And because there aren't that many, apart from I suppose the next thing I'm going to do is quite detailed. That's the little ribbon for the balloons. We'll do that next. But yes, as I was saying, you can't get this at the minute. You can buy it in your starter kit if you'd like to join our group of Royal Stampers and become a Crafty Shopper. Crafty because you know that you get a discount, and a shopper because you know you like the Stampin' Up products. So, as we all do. But yeah, if you wanted to, you can get this as part of your starter kit. So if you're interested in that, please message me or leave a comment below, and I will be in touch. That needs to go underneath Pip, not on top. Now I don't know whether I need them all exactly this long, but I'm going to just do 3 of them anyway, and then we'll see. Just runs through beautifully. This, Look at that, straight out. Oh, I could put an adhesive sheet behind those actually. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let's get our adhesive. Oh, there's a bit. There we go. That'll fit on there perfectly. So take that side off. Stick it down. Sort of try and go straightish. So that way I know where it's going to go. That way. Take the next bit off. That way. There we go. So now I know that it's in there. We'll do the next two with adhesive sheets because it does make life so much easier. And I like anything that makes my life easier, quite frankly. Oh dear. We're all in for easy stuff, aren't we? Now it will make it slightly thicker, but again it should just pop straight out the back, like so. And now you've got your sticky sheet on the back of it. So then you're just going to pull that straight off and it will be adhesive. Yay! So we'll just play with this. So I'm doing them all the same length and we'll just see how we go. I'm loving this machine. It's much quieter than the other one, I find. And as I say, anything that weighs slightly less is always good for me. I think it's just as easy to get things through as the other one, so that's good. Now, I feel like we need some ribbon on here. Now technically this ribbon is grey granite, so it's slightly a different grey, but I think it's close enough actually. You know, it's going to be behind things, so it's not going to show. Oh, I didn't do my other label. There was something else I was supposed to be cutting out. Come on, Pip, pay attention. It's too excited about cutting. Let's just bring this back. Now, obviously you can store it with the plates out and it all folded up because it does fold. And I'll show you that bit. But just for me, the easiest thing for me is to just have it next to me and I can just lift it up in between as I'm doing my videos, because I always forget that I'm supposed to have cut something like that. There we go, perfect. But yes, you can close these sides up. Whee. And they kind of, wait for it. Oh, that's loud. Snap into place. And then it just pops down like a little handbag. And then you just store your plates separately. So it works either way. And I love that. It's a space saving thing. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready now? Let's get started. So first of all, we're going to burnish our fold. We're going to put some... Now you've got to be careful with seal. Oh, that was a complete mix then. See, I've stopped at least saying the other word, but now I'm saying sneal, which is kind of half and half, which is not really that at all. Just be careful when you go over really deeply embossed stuff, because sometimes it can rip the paper, because it's so strong it pulls the paper up. That is just how it's made. It's made to be strong. So you just need to be aware. It's not too bad with the plain seal. This needs to be a bit lower because we've got to do balloons. So we're going to put it down a smidge. There we go. So put that there. Chop that off. Make sure that's sort of straightish. Yep, good. Okay, we're going to glue that to the front. And I love the multi-purpose glue because it's gives us that wiggle room that we need sometimes when we put stuff down and then realise, you know, the doorbell goes or the dog barks or something happens and you go, what? And then you put it down and it's wrong and it's, it's in the wrong place. There we go. Flirty Flamingo and Highland Heather. Just two gorgeous colours together. If you like brights. Okay, if you don't like brights, then hey, this card isn't for you. I'm not making any apologies for it though. There we go. So look how beautifully these are going to layer up. Look how cute they look, one on top of the other like that. That good? Then we're going to have some balloons popping up over here. 3 of them with their little things. And this is going to go, I think this could go behind here. Because the hippo's, in fact, maybe even behind the hippo. Hippo's going to go on the front. So we're going to have the hippo standing proud on top of that with balloons, 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 balloons. Okay, and more of the little thingy-bobbies. It'll come together. It'll look lovely. Trust me. It'll look fabulous. And then we'll have to put a little sentiment on it. I think these are great cards for kids. I think these are great cards for big kids. Personally, I love a hippo. I would not mind getting a card with a hippo. There's a hint, if anybody, for next year. Because, is that the right side or the wrong side? Look at that, it's stitched so well nicely. It's almost hard to tell. Because I think everybody likes animals, don't they? I guess some people might be scared of hippos. Don't do a hippo card for somebody who is scared of them. That's not fun. But yeah, I think generally cards with hippos on them would be good for anyone. But I do think they would be brilliant for children's invitations, for kids' parties, for birth announcements, children's birthdays, you know, all those kind of things. Now I think I'm going to put this one flat and then have the hippo standing tall. Did I say birth announcements? Birth announcements. Because you could make the hippo any colour you liked, couldn't you? Or the hippo could stay grey and then the rest of this could be any colour you liked. I've seen that in the catalogue they've got pink hippos. You could have a yellow hippo, blue hippo. You know, but great for children's parties, invitations, children's birthday cards, all those kind of things. So, you know, hippos are definitely the way to go. But if you're not quite 100% taken with a hippo, don't forget you've also got the sheep and the unicorn. So if you've got a girl and a boy, perfect. One can like hippos, one can like unicorns or sheep. That way you don't get into trouble depending on which one you go for. Okay. Now we're going to stick these behind. So we're going to assume that that's my hippo up there. And I've made it sticky on purpose because these are going to go behind the balloon. So I want them to go flat. Flat, flat, flat. There we go. What do you... that way. Just make it a little bit down a bit, like so. And then the other one, which I failed miserably to put glue on, you're going to see now. Just a little bit of glue goes a long way. Don't need a lot. There we go. So this one can come down here, like so. Maybe even a little bit further down. If need be, you can always chop a bit off. It doesn't have to be, you know, the whole length of it, but that will work because our little hippo is going to be standing on top of that. There we go. Okay, so a hippo's going to have like curly hair coming out, but it makes more sense when you have the balloons on top. See? So you have the balloons coming out like so and like so. See, that makes sense, doesn't it? And these ones we're just going to pop a little, I think a whole dimensional, yeah, a whole big dimensional will fit on that. I think these are so cute. So you can do a sheep holding flowers, a sheep holding balloons. You can have little butterflies with zizzy whizzy bits. Okay, these bits that I used on here for here. These are actually butterfly trails, you know, but they work great as springs for my springy sheep. There we go. Put these up here. Dun, dun, dun. It's so cute. There we go. Now for this one, you're just going to be careful not to put anything too much on where these are. So it doesn't need them there, and I would go with the littler ones because you want one to go down in its leg, down in her leg, like so, and then pop it on and see, can we get one? Oh, is that touching? Yeah, that's, oh, I might actually have, I quite like her sort of off to the side actually, and then I could just put a little sentiment coming out there. Actually, that's quite nice, isn't it? I think that's quite nice. So in which case just another one on this side of her ears. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. Sort of dreaming of balloons. Okay. So this means that her face will go soggy. She will have a soggy middle, but only on her face. But she's got those bits underneath, so it won't go completely flat to the side. So that's okay. Make sure that her legs are straight. That's the important thing. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and then the sentiments we've got is Hippo Birthday, Hip Hippo Hooray, and then the rest are you are special, thank you so much, which is what we used on this card. When in doubt, be a unicorn to you and fluttering by to say hi. So I'm going to use Hippo Birthday. You could just use the thanks if you wanted to. Thanks. You could just put thanks so much, or you could put an S over there. It's probably best to leave it as it is. Pip, shush. Hippo Birthday. Here we go. Now, does this fit in the classic label punch? It might do. Let's just have a look, shall we? Let's find my classic label. What do we think? Oh, it might be a bit tight. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I must get the new punch. One of the new punches is, in fact, there's two new punches out that chop off the ends and make them all different sizes, and you know, you can do lots of things with them, and I must get one of those. I haven't got one yet. Let's get myself a little strippy out. These little strips are so great, and I'm going to use maybe basic grey, I think, just to give it a little bit of depth, so you can see it against the, because if I used Highland Heather it wouldn't really show up against that. So let's try this. Hippo Birthday. Oh, look at that, lovely writing, isn't it? Now, love the font, very modern. Oh, look, and it does just beautifully. There we go. Look at that. So cute. Hippo Birthday. Right, so for this one, we're going to pop it on here. Just fits. Look at that. Could bring it down a smidge, but I like it up here. Hippo Birthday like that. Glue that on that end, and then put a mini dimensional. Where's my mini dimensionals gone again? There we go. Just put a mini dimensional on this end underneath so that you can anchor it down. Just about there-ish. Is that straight? Yay. It'll be slightly lower, but that's okay. So it just dips slightly because obviously we've got this up higher on big dimensionals and this is a little dimensional, but that's fine. It still looks great. Don't you think it looks great? So there's that one and then that one. So a Hippo Birthday and a thank you so much, which I did on my Facebook Live. So, and then I decided I want to put inners in both of them because inners are always good. You could add some sparkles on here as well if you wanted to, but I quite like it. I might wink of Stella the balloons actually. Let's do that, because I feel like it's a birthday, it needs a bit of sparkle. We've got Shimmer in the ribbon, obviously, that's good, but let's do a bit of sparkly wink of Stella on those balloons. It makes such a difference. There we go. So we'll sparkle our wink of our balloons. There we are. This one. And now you have sparkly balloons. That's always good. Always good to have sparkly balloons. So then for the inners, I thought we'd do an inner for both of them because I do like it when my cards are finished with inners. So the one colour that's the same for both is Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so we're just going to pop a few little flowers on the inside here of the card. Like so, up there. There we go. I've got a few little flowers just make them, just finishes them off. And then I'm going to come down here. There we go. Now I did actually go ahead and finish these on the inside because my camera ran out, and you missed it all. So I've come back on just to show you how I did my insides. But they're already on. Shh, it's like magic. Okay. So then, as if by magic, you glue that. Well, first of all, you clean your tabletop so you don't have any ink left behind. Otherwise it gets on the back of your cards. And then as if by magic, look, we've got beautiful insides. And I won't waste those other pieces. I'll obviously put them in other cards, but I think a little inner just finishes those off beautifully. Don't you think? So if you'd like to grab any of these supplies, you can do one of two things. You can click the little downward arrow and you'll see all the information below. If you're on my blog, you can scroll down and see it all below. If you're on YouTube, you can click the link to my blog and go and have a look at all the other pictures. And of course, these are all available now, apart from the new machine. The new machine you can only get if you decide to join my team. So I'll put a bit more about that below, but I'll put a bit more on the blog. So if you're interested in that, go and have a look on the blog, because it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to be a crafty shopper. Some people just want to shop and not get the discount. So that is entirely fine either way. But I always like to give you the option, because otherwise it'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed my Hippo Happiness with some funky dies and some gorgeous colours and a little bit of a show of the new Stampin Cut and Emboss Machine. And I will see you again here next time. We've got more animal fun coming up, more animal antics coming up the next week. Alrighty, I will see you again soon. You take care now. Bye bye.